Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Anthony Rendon's time is finally done with the Angels. Blake, we heard about this about a month ago. They potentially could be getting some type of restructure on this deal. The details aren't out yet. But what we do know is it could be over 3 to 5 years. So
Yeah.
uh, I guess I'll let you talk on it before I go into my rant. What are your first thoughts on Rendon restructuring with the Angels?
Yeah, it's something that's long overdue. And honestly, the whole situation is kind of unfortunate because before this guy went to the Angels, he's one of the best third base in the league. The year before he signed that big 7-year deal, he finished third in MVP. He won a World Series with the Nationals. Was one of the most productive players in baseball 3 years leading up to that contract. Averaged about 27 homers, 100 plus RBIs, had three top 10 MVP finishes before he signed that deal. And, the Angels took a swing, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out. He had a decent year in that his first year, that COVID shortened year. And after that, I mean, 58 games played, 47 games played, 43 games played, 57 games played. Then they didn't play at all in 2025. Um, Two hip surgeries, wrist surgery, broke his tibia, hamstring issues. Like it was just a laundry list of injuries this guy dealt with, obviously. And then he had I don't really enjoy playing baseball. He had that fan incident where he got suspended. Like there was just a lot going on, a lot of noise with Rendon, and it finally comes to an end.
Yeah, I guess my turn, right? As an Angels fan, it's been frustrating, right? I mean, you had Otani and Trout, and you're paying Rendon 35 to 40 million dollars a year, and unfortunately, that money couldn't be allocated into players that they needed at the time. I mean, it could have if the ownership decided to, but on the surface of staying on the luxury tax, it took up a big chunk of their salary. So now you flip and you go, okay, is it time to be optimistic and go, are they going to spend this money that they're saving?
Yeah.
Or are they just doing this to spread the money out and eventually spend? Or is it because of the Tyler Skaggs thing? There's a lot of unknown, right? You'd hope as a fan that they're going to take this money, they're going to go get a big fish. I don't know if that's going to happen. Players also have to want to play for the Angels.
Right.
What I will say is the Angels do have some young, interesting players. And Neto and Shanuel and Ohapi, Joe Adele finally broke out. The pitching staff is probably in a better spot than it's been in a long time
Yeah.
with Reed Detmers doing well in the bullpen, moving back to the rotation. Kikuchi had All-Star season last year. Jose Soriano is very good when he doesn't walk guys. They brought in Grayson Rodriguez. If healthy, we'll see. They're taking a flyer on Manoa. I mean, on the surface, like you look at this roster and you're looking at it like, okay, it's not very good right now, but if they were to put some money into it, can they turn the corner with this young core? I think you have to go spend money on some guys so that they can actually have an opportunity to grow as a group. But if they don't, it's just more disappointment. And as far as Anthony Rendon goes, yeah, he had fan incidents. He didn't want to talk to the media. He did the whole no habla inglés thing when
Yeah.
he didn't want to answer questions. He clearly did not want to play baseball anymore. When he did play, for the most part, he was serviceable. Like it was serviceable. It was a professional at bat. 2020, 52 out of 60 games. It's a little misleading, right?
Yeah.
He was a top 10 MVP candidate that year, the first year with the Angels, but it was a shortened season.
Yeah.
As far as the rest of the years go, yeah, they were. It was just a miss, and you could add it to the list of Josh Hamilton and Albert Pujols if you want to count that one. Justin Upton, some of his years. There's just a lot of money that they've been giving to um, these veteran players with a name that is going to put asses in the seats and sell tickets. But I think it's time to start spreading that money around and deepening this roster.
Yeah, and there's been rumors that it's going to be paid 28 through 30, which would be 12 million. So the Angels will get a lot of relief for the next couple of years. And you take a look at this free agent market, you got guys like Bregman, Bichette, Tucker. The list kind of goes on there. What do you think is the biggest fit for the Angels in terms of guys they can go get if they do get the full relief this year?
I mean, they need left-handed bats. They need outfield help. They just traded Taylor Ward. So that rings Cody Bellinger in my mind, which I know I just said they need to spread the money out. But realistically, there's nobody past Tucker and Bellinger. There's no outfield acquisition that you can get. So I think it starts with getting somewhat of a big fish and putting that money into somebody else, but there's still 50 million on the luxury tax right now. If they are saving this 38 million just in payroll, you're really saving about 70 to 80 million they have to spend.
Yeah.
I mean, if they really wanted to. So, um, and if that's the case, if Artie's going to go do it, I mean, in my opinion, I don't understand why they wouldn't do it. The free agent class is very weak next year.
Yeah.
CBA is coming up. If they don't play, you don't have to pay them. Any
Right.
of these guys that they sign. And let's be realistic. You sign Bellinger to a 6, 7 year deal. Do we really think Artie Moreno is going to be the owner of the Angels 5 years from now?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in his 80s. His family already said they don't want the team. He already talked about selling the team in the past. If anything, I would think, hey, this is my last chance to go do something before I let this thing go.
Well, yeah, and you still got some years of Mike Trout left, and obviously, they have made the playoffs in the last few years, but that already he's got to be thinking, you see if you can, suck one couple good teams out of Trout that you got left of him, right?
Yeah, I mean, he has to DH. You have to keep him on the field, right? I mean, you know how I feel when people say the Angels wasted Mike Trout, and I'm the biggest Mike Trout fan, but a part of it is Mike Trout wasted Mike Trout.
Yeah.
And not everybody's gonna agree with that, but and I'm not saying he wasted his career, but he got injured. And if he's not on the field, then how is that the Angels' fault that he's not on the field? And when they had Otani, there's a lot of years where Mike Trout was on the field.
Yeah.
So that sucks to say out loud, but it's just the truth, right? So, um, as far as the Angels fits, going back to your earlier question, outside of Bellinger, they need a third baseman or a second baseman. They move Christian Moore over to third base. We'll see. Christian Moore has to take a step as well as all the other young players. And they need a left fielder. So center field, left field, third base, and a mid to higher tier arm in that rotation. In the bullpen, I liked what they've done. They spread the 11 million of Kenley Jansen into three players and Jordan Romano, Kirby Yates, and Drew Pomerantz. You got to hit on one of those guys, and it's worth it. And hopefully you hit on more of those guys. I don't hate the strategy that they're using for this offseason, but I think to really cap it off, to go get some for sure things and surround it with a bunch of really high upside flyers, this team could take big steps if they were to go get consistency and the bigger tier players that they hopefully will spend with this money saved.
Final question for you. Is this the worst contract of all time?
Um, for the Angels, 100%.
Yeah.
All time,
It's
it's up
hard.
there. You
Yeah.
can debate it. You could debate it for sure. Jacoby Ellsbury's probably in there too.
Strasburg.
That's what it comes up to me. Um, yeah, I mean for the length and the dollar that you're paying. I mean, you got to remember the Angels also paid Josh Hamilton 2 years after he just stopped playing baseball as well. So I believe that was a 5 year deal, and you only played 2 of the 5 years, and you're paying him 30 million to play for the Rangers against you, which in 2015 they lost on game 162, and Josh Hamilton was on that team. Um, and then after that they were paying him just not to play baseball. Uh, so you know, Anthony Rendon, Josh Hamilton, the list goes on. Whoever it's next. Hopefully it's not a curse. Hopefully it's just they finally break whoever's next. If it's Bellinger, if it's Bichette, if it's Tucker, if it's if it's Bregman, which I don't think some of those guys would even play for the Angels, but if it's one of those guys, I pray for them that it's not a curse, the Angels curse, and they can stay healthy and actually produce for the organization.
That's good. Sounds good.
Alrighty. Well, if you like this video, make sure that like and subscribe. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening and watching. We'll see you on the next one. Later.